Hi everybody, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, again, believe it or not, it keeps happening with Royal Caribbean. They've oversold a ship again, but if your plans are flexible, you may be able to cash out on this offer on a Thanksgiving Day cruise. I'll talk about that. We have price hike also on Royal Caribbean that's snuck in there that is quietly being put out that hasn't been really advertised too much. We also have on the order book a brand new cruise ship being ordered from the Norwegian company with their ultra luxury class. We have the Disney Destiny has now been launched, and we have a new shore power that is being touted as revolutionary for cruise ports. So our first story involves Royal Caribbean. Well, our first two stories actually. The first one, Royal Caribbean's Allure of the Seas, an upcoming 8-day Thanksgiving Day week, if you will, holiday cruise. These are very popular times to cruise, Christmas, New Year's, and Thanksgiving in the United States. And well, they're offering you some pretty big offers as they're starting to run out of the more higher end cabins like mini suites and well junior suites on Royal with the balconies and suites, etc. So if you're willing to move from one of those cabins into an inside cabin, you will then get refunded 100% of your cruise fare. So now you're going on the cruise, you're on an inside cabin, and it's all for free. Not a bad offer at all if you're flexible that way. Or if you wish to cancel 100%, just cancel and you're willing to cancel altogether, you will receive a 100% refund plus a 50% future cruise credit. Royal Caribbean is known for giving these offers out. Now remember, what normally happens on a cruise is they'll sell out more cabins than they actually have, because numerous times people cancel within the last 3 months of the cruise. So they will sell us cabins as often as they can. And what happens also is the cabins that don't sell, like a balcony or that, or a mini suite, if you will, when they have other cabins like the inside cabins are really, really popular, then they'll bump people up into a balcony and sell the inside cabins. But people, with the price of cruising and traveling demand right now, haven't been canceling their cruises. So numerous times over the past year, Royal Caribbean has basically been caught with their proverbial pants down and have too many people on the ship. And at some point, they actually had to cancel some people's vacations at the last minute. That didn't go over well. Luckily, that hasn't happened in quite a while, and they've always managed to have people take these offers, like 100% of your money back plus 50% future cruise. That's a pretty good offer if you're a person who travels all the time and can just switch your holiday plans at the drop of a hat. Let me know in the comments down below. Would you take one of those offers? And if so, which one? Would you move to an inside cabin and just take your money back? That's not a bad deal at all. Next, also on Royal Caribbean, they have quietly raised the price of getting your laundry done on the ship. It's gone up 14%. Well, that seems like a pretty drastic raise in price, but remember, the price of laundry on the Royal Caribbean ships has not changed in 5 years. Now think back to the prices of everything right now and think 5 years and how much have they gone up. 14% is probably right on par, if not under, what the price hikes have been. So I'm not going to blame them for doing that, but again, it's just another example of paying more for the same services. Things are just getting so much more expensive. Well, we just had the Star Princess had their big, groundbreaking ceremony, and now the Disney Destiny has just had their launch. This ship is basically a heroes and villains theme, inspired by Hercules and the Black Panther. You can see the bazaar, if you will, the Akrabar in the main lobby. It pretty does look like a pretty amazing ship, and of course, the Arabian Nights theme and everything just sounds really good. They launched with big drone shows with music from The Lion King and Frozen, so they really do know how to put on a pretty spectacular show when it comes to launching their ships. And they certainly were not outdone by anybody recently. I would love to go to a Disney launch and be invited to one of those things. I just don't sail on them enough to be able to do so. Next, we have Norwegian Cruise Line. Norwegian Cruise Line is expanding, and they are expanding in their luxury brand, the Regent Seven Seas. And they have put an order on for another prestige class ship, the largest ship that they have in the Regent Seven Seas fleet. It'll be the third prestige class, of course, no name yet. This one is not expected to arrive until 2033. That's a long time. You hear orders coming out all the time for cruise ships, and they tend to be brought in really, really quickly. But remember, the cruise lines and like the builders and like Fincardi have been absolutely like booked to the hilt with mega cruise ships ordering. Like Royal Caribbean themselves have on order currently 3 Icon class ships and an Oasis class ship, all being built at the same time over the next few years. There's only so much room that these builders have to build these size of ships. And so, you know, a luxury ultra class smaller ship might take a little bit of a back burner to some of those much larger projects. And yeah, much larger money coming in, shall we say. But good news if you're a fan of Regent Seven Seas. The Prestige class ship is truly beautiful, and people absolutely love the design. And a brand new ship is a brand new ship. And I like the fact that it's a large ship, but it's not. It's still on the smaller side, right? It's a large ship for the fleet, but it's not a large ship in comparison to the cruise lines. And so this ship will be able to get into those smaller ports, those smaller venues that a lot of the large ships just can't go to, and sounds like a really good alternative as long as you can find it at the right price, of course. And finally, we have a new kind of design of a shore power hookup. Now this one is not stationary. This one is a mobile power source, which means it can move up and down the side. It's a cable management system as well as a power supply that can bring shore power to those ports that don't want to spend a lot of money and build complete infrastructure, built-in infrastructure. They can kind of hook up this one. It'll keep all the cables and the management of the wires, etc., all compact. And it can be moved out of the way in the evening when the cruise ships aren't there. It can be moved from one dock to another dock. It can be a lot more versatile than the standard systems are now. So they're calling this a pretty revolutionary new design, and they're expecting this to be a very popular thing with cruise ports to come. Well, let me know in the comments down below, what do you think? 14% raise in the cost of getting laundry done. Now, how many people do laundry on cruise ships on say a 7-day or a 6-day cruise? Who knows? But I tell you, when you're doing back to back to back, you tend to certainly get use out of that laundry service. So yeah, a 14% hit over 5 years, you can't really complain too much. What you can complain about is everything else is going up too. Let me know in the comments down below, and until next time, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.